Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing so well. I'm so excited for today's video. I have a cabin crew hacks video for you today. I genuinely feel like so many of my friends just ask me like all the hacks, what apps do I recommend, what products do I recommend, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to put a video together and just talk you through all the hacks that I have found out. I've been crew for almost 2 years now, and I feel like, yeah, I found some different things out. I found some things that work for me and I've recommended them to friends and it's worked really well. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. I'm going to start with some products that I recommend for you like in flight. So the first one being a hot water bottle. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but I get absolutely freezing on planes. Obviously, you're in an open space, you normally have quite a small blanket on you, and quite often when you're travelling from somewhere hotter to somewhere colder, if you're like returning home to the UK, for example. So I just feel like hot water bottle is the biggest hack. I don't know a crew member that wouldn't fill up one of these for you, like unless there's some turbulence and they can't fill it up. So 100% take a hot water bottle because it will be your best friend and you'll feel so cozy, especially if you have kids. And yeah, I don't know about you, but I just sleep a million times better with a hot water bottle. So would 100% recommend one of these. Next thing is portable chargers. I feel like by now a lot of people have portable chargers, but you never know when you're going to get a seat that perhaps is broken on an airline that you're flying with, or I don't know, you've lost your socket, or you get to a country and you have the wrong socket, so you need a bit of extra battery. 100% recommend this one from Amazon. It's just got a little paw print in it and it's normally the one that comes up first, but it just lasts me so long, so I would 100% recommend that. And if you don't already have one, get yourself one. The next thing I'm going to recommend for in-flight is these hydration tablets. So you could get any kind of ones, but these are electrolytes from SIS and I have the berry flavour. So I just pop them into my water just to kind of give me that little bit more hydration, which you're missing out on. A lot of people don't realise when you're in the air, it's so drying because obviously you've got recycled air, you're not getting fresh air. So, you know, you do need all the hydration you can get. So I would 100% recommend these. They also help fight fatigue. So me as crew, I just love these. I always put them in my water. Sticking with the theme of hydration, bring yourself a water bottle. I find it crazy when I have people get on the plane, they're like, God, I'm so thirsty, I haven't had anything to drink. And I'm like, but if you're at home, you'd have a drink. Like, bring yourself water and we can fill it up. Or I understand sometimes there's a rush in the airport and you can't bring liquids through security, but if you just bring a reusable cup or even a plastic bottle, we can fill it up for you, or you know, you can fill it up. There's so many water fountains at the airport, so I would 100% recommend doing that because you need to keep so hydrated. I normally drink about 2 to 3 litres on a flight. Like, I take my hydration so seriously, and ever since I've done that, I feel so much better after a flight. Like, I can literally have like 1 to 2 hours rest on a flight and feel so great because I've drank. Speaking of that, I'm gonna have some. For anyone wondering, this has got a mango vitamin tablet in it. That's why it looks this colour. Another thing I recommend is having a little miniature of your deodorant. I find it's just so handy in your hand luggage. I just have this miniature Fussy deodorant. I love Fussy, by the way. Like, will never stop raving about it. It's the one deodorant that's actually made me feel confident and comfortable. And by the way, none of this is an ad. Like, none of the products in this video I've been paid to say or anything. I just genuinely love all these things and want to recommend it to you guys. Another thing for your hand luggage I'd recommend is this wax stick. So instead of putting in more hairspray that will take up more of your liquid space, I recommend this little wax stick. So it's just a little wax. You can see some of my hair on it already, and I just use it to slick back some of my hair. I mean, I haven't done it today. My hair is, it is hair wash day, so just please ignore this and all the little flyaways I've got going on. Another way you can save space in your liquids bag is by refilling these miniatures. So I would recommend, if you have a big version at home, just buying one of these little ones and just pouring the product into it. I think that's so handy and will save you a lot of money because these are like £3 themselves and the big bottles are like £3.50. So always make sure you keep a miniature one, or if you've got a spare little spray bottle at home, would 100% recommend that. Something else I recommend to people, if you find you get quite blocked sinuses, sore ears, sore throat, kind of like a blocked nose, runny nose on flights, I would 100% recommend this Vicks spray. Oh my goodness, I found out about this about 6 months into my flying when I was getting really bad headaches and sinus pains, and this just clears you, and oh my goodness, it's just the best thing ever. Like, I cannot recommend a product more. It just unblocks, you know, so fast. It literally says it on the bottle. I do think it's not the best if you use it loads and loads of times, but I just always keep this with me in case I need it. And ever since I used it, like the first 2 times, like I've literally been fine since, so it must be a little hack. Sticking with things that are going to help you out, I recently purchased some eye drops. I got these from Boots, but you can always get them in Specsavers as well. These are just for soothing relief to dry eyes. So also people quite often forget that on flights, obviously, like I said earlier, it's quite a drying environment, and one thing it massively affects is your eyes. If you wear contact lenses on a flight, be really careful because the environment is so dry, it might make your eyes quite sore. So I would 100% recommend getting these. I've used them so far and really enjoyed them, and I think they last up to about 6 months. Yeah, 6 months once you first open, so they would definitely be great for your trip. I'd use them before your trip, a couple of days after, just to make sure your eye has that lubrication. The next thing I'm going to recommend, maybe a little bit for more when you're on your holiday, but also you could use on the plane, and it is a pair of slippers. I take these slippers with me absolutely everywhere. They're just so amazing. They literally go down to nothing, and I just pack them in my suitcase. I see so many people not wearing shoes to the toilet on the plane, and I would like to tell you it would be great if you do wear shoes, because it would be a lot more hygienic for everyone. So maybe just put in a little pair of slippers. You know, if you go to a spa or a hotel quite often, they give you a little pair of slippers. I would recommend taking them with you. And also for when you get to your destination and you're on holiday, would recommend having the slippers, because, I mean, come on, we don't know what's been on that hotel carpet. These slippers that I have here, I think I got them for literally like £10 on the Filter website, so would recommend. Now this is for my girlies or my makeup wearers. I love this product. I think this is the product that I tell the most people about to get, and it is these microfiber face wash gloves. So these are amazing. You literally just get them wet, so put some warm water on them and you wipe your face and the entirety of your makeup is gone. My best friend bought these for me for my birthday, I think 2 years ago now, or was it last year? Like, not my birthday this year, my birthday last year, I think that was right. Or it might be for Christmas. My birthday and Christmas are really close, so I never know. But yeah, one side is really soft and one side's a bit more exfoliating, but they are just literally the best thing ever, because they take all your makeup off and then you literally just have to wash it, rather than using so much of your liquid space on extra products like cleanser. This just gets it off, and then you literally just leave it on the rack to dry, chuck it in your suitcase, fly home, pop it in the wash, and it's clean again. Like, these things are amazing. Some of these are from Primark as well. This is one of the ones that my friend got me, and these were from Primark. They were literally in a pack for like a couple of quid, so could not recommend these anymore. The next thing that I'm going to recommend, if you have not been using these already, you need to get yourself some, and it is some packing cubes. I just love packing cubes. This has already got some of my outfits in from my last trip that I didn't wear. But they are just so amazing for organisation purposes, for just chucking things around, keeping tabs on everything, where everything is. If you have kids, if you have families, if you have a boyfriend and you want his stuff in one place, your stuff in another, they are just incredible. These ones, I'll link them down below. I got them from Amazon and it was such a good deal. I think I literally got like 7 different pouches, and I even have some that I put my underwear in, I have some that I put my dirty washing in, I have some that I put my spare shoes in. They are just incredible. Keep your bag so tidy, because otherwise imagine all the dirt that's going into your bag. Plus you can literally just chuck these in the wash and clean them, and I find them amazing. The next products that I wanted to recommend to you guys that I think are a true hack is extension leads or dual plugs that are adapters. I just find these amazing. So this one's a US one, and as you can see, it's got 3 different plugs. So it's amazing because it's also an extension lead, because quite often like the plugs are in weird places and you're like, where are they? Just one thing, I probably wouldn't recommend using these on planes. Obviously it's quite a big power going out of it, so wouldn't recommend that. But just when you're where you are on holiday, they are amazing. I also have this European plug here, and it was amazing. You can get these on Amazon and they just live in my suitcase. They're fab. So that is all the little product hacks that you can buy that I wanted to talk you guys through. Now I want to talk you through some apps that I have which I just find amazing. The first one being Skyscanner. I'll pop the app logo up here. Skyscanner is literally amazing. You can go on it and literally, let me show you. This app is literally like my most favourite thing ever. So Here it is. I just use it to look up wherever I want to go. I'm just going to put London, return, and I'm going to put Bangkok on the 1st of November and coming back on the 15th of November. Let's just do that. Press continue, and the app literally goes ahead and just compares loads of different flights that you can get and all different prices, and it is just literally so amazing. Let me put my brightness up so you can all see. But like, it is insane. Like, you can see one on here 707, then there's one that's 657. Like, there's one on here that's £422 to get to Bangkok for a return. Like, that is amazing. I just find this app fab, and you can like the flights, and you can also get email notifications when they go up or down in price. You can set price alerts, which I find amazing. I have a really exciting trip at the end of the year, which is going to be quite expensive, so I've popped a price alert on Skyscanner, and I'm just watching the flight prices go up and down, so would 100% recommend that if you have a trip in mind. The next app I want to tell you guys about is Flighty. So Flighty is amazing. If you're a crew or if you travel quite a lot, you will love this app, because you can literally list all of your flights for the year on it, and you can just see if they're delayed, what gates they're going to be. Like, it's just amazing. You just have everything on your phone, and it's just the biggest hack. Like, the app I just find amazing. It shows you how long you're going to be in destinations. It tells you where your plane is. I just think it's fab. Another app which I use so much as crew and would recommend to anyone is the app called Airalo. So Airalo is essentially an eSIM. So if you don't know what an eSIM is, essentially you have a SIM in your phone, and an eSIM is like a different provider that you can use when you're away. So for example, say you use a mobile network O2 when you're at home, you can use an American provider on an eSIM whilst you're away. So I find it amazing when I go to America. I don't want to pay necessarily for a US SIM when I'm at home. So when I'm there, I literally just buy it for like a couple of days, and it'll cost me like a couple of quid. And it's just so fab. You just get full coverage and use one of their networks rather than using O2, which might charge you £10 a day. It'll be $1 a day in the US, and it is just so fab. You can get them in literally all sorts of countries, so would 100% recommend looking at Airalo. Another app I would recommend to you is VPN. So I have a VPN. It's the like super VPN one. It was just a free one. I know NordVPN is really good, but if you're away for a while or just don't want to miss out on TV when you're at home, I would use it predominantly for that reason. Also, if you just want to be a bit more secure when you're away, I would 100% recommend using that. Other miscellaneous cabin crew hacks, I would say about boarding. So a lot of people are like, oh, I don't understand why people jump up and want to get on the plane straight away. Priority boarding I get, because quite often on flights, what happens, especially if you're flying with low budget airlines, they may ask to take some of your hand luggage if you're boarding last, because they're realising there's not a lot of space. Also, if you're boarding later, you then get to your seat and you have to put your bag about 10 rows up, because all the baggage allowance at the back is being taken by the people already in their seats. So I get what you mean when you see people running to get on the plane. I get that. I wouldn't want to do that. But also, being the last to get on the plane, I don't think always works out. If you know it's a quieter flight, I would recommend it, but maybe not if, yeah. A lot of people actually ask me about upgrades, and I feel like it really depends on the different airline that you're with. A lot of the time, upgrades aren't, there's not really a hack to get to them. I mean, speaking to your crew, being nice to your crew, bringing on treats for your crew may entice them to give you an upgrade if you're traveling for a special occasion. If you have different needs, potentially upgrades may be in there. But I also feel like you're quite often going to get given a nicer seat if you're at the gate and speaking to the check-in staff and saying like, oh, we're headed out on our honeymoon. Like, they're gonna try and be nice and give you a nice seat, I feel like. So I would maybe recommend that if you're looking for that. Quite a lot of different airlines actually do bidding systems for like different cabin upgrades as well, so have a look if your airline does that. But yeah, that is all the hacks I have for you guys today. If you like this video and want a part 2, do comment down below. I'm sure I can think of very many more. But yeah, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Have a safe flight wherever you're heading, or if you were just intrigued on this video, then hi, my name's Jessie. I'm cabin crew, and yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.